A very good evening to all. I welcome you to the 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence 2020. Traditionally, this award is conferred on the birth anniversary of Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri each year by the Honorable Vice President of India. However, due to the current pandemic situation, this year it is being held virtually. Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, has kindly consented to confer the award on Srimati Sudha Murthy, Chairperson, Infosys Foundation. In this virtual ceremony, we are connected to the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, who is presently located at Raj Bhavan, Chennai, the awardee, Srimati Sudha Murthy, who is joining us from Bangalore, Shri Anil Shastri, Chairman Board of Governors, Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, Delhi, who is present in the auditorium, and Dr. D.K. Srivastava, Director, Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute, who has joined from Mumbai. To begin the program, I would like to request Chairman Shri Anil Shastri ji, Mrs. Manju Shastri, Dr. G.L. Sharma, and Chief Administrative Officer Colonel Ajay Sood to kindly light the ceremonial lamp and pay floral tributes at the portrait of Bharat Ratna Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः 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 शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम्
I would now request Srimati Sudha Murthy to pay floral tributes to Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. I would now like to welcome Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, who has very kindly consented to confer the 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence 2020. May I now request the Honorable Vice President of India to offer floral tributes at the portrait of Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. I would like to request Shri Anil Shastri, Chairman Board of Governors, Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Gitanjali Sahi. Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Srimati Sudha Murthy ji, our director Dr. C.K. Srivastava, Dr. G.L. Sharma, Srimati Manju Shastri, Dr. G.L. Sharma and Srimati Manju Shastri are present in the auditorium with me here today. Ladies and gentlemen who have joined with us in this program virtually. At the outset, let me say that we are honored to have with us today Vice President Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji as our chief guest, and I am grateful to him for having agreed to confer the 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence 2020 to Srimati Sudha Murthy ji. Normally, as Gitanjali mentioned, the award is, or the award ceremony is held at either the Vice President's house when the Vice President is giving away the award, or in Rashtrapati Bhavan when the President has given the award in the past. But on account of the current pandemic situation, we are compelled to do this program virtually, and we are here today for this program. And as I said, we are grateful to Venkaiah Naidu ji for having spared his valuable time to be with us virtually on this program. I take this opportunity of welcoming all of you here for this award ceremony, and particularly Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, who has agreed to be with us on this very, very special occasion when the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence is being given away by him to Srimati Sudha Murthy. Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence was instituted in the year 2000, and since then the award is given each year on 1st October, the eve of the birth anniversary of Shastri ji. The prestigious award in the past has been given by either the President of India or the Vice President. The idea of the award is to perpetuate the memory of one of the greatest sons of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri, who was also the second Prime Minister of India and succeeded Jawaharlal Nehru. It was a difficult task for him to take over from a towering personality like Jawaharlal Nehru, but in a short span of just 19 months, Lal Bahadur Shastri proved his mettle as India's Prime Minister when he successfully fought the war against Pakistan in 1965. His slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, still resonates across the length and breadth of our nation, and the slogan is very, very closely identified with Shastri ji. The award honors each year a distinguished Indian who has excelled in his or her field of specialization. I am indeed happy that this year the jury comprising of eminent persons has chosen Srimati Sudha Murthy for the coveted Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence. Srimati Sudha Murthy has done commendable work in the field of philanthropy and social work. She is also a great writer and has several books to her credit, which will be shortly mentioned in the citation which will be read by Gitanjali. My congratulations to you, Srimati Sudha Murthy ji, for being selected for this coveted award this year, 2020. I would like to mention here about the technical team of Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, which has been involved and successfully so has been able to conduct the award ceremony through Cisco WebEx. And it is because of this technology that the ceremony is being seen not only in India, but in some other parts of the world as well, such as the United States of America, United Kingdom, Germany, Switzerland, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is a country where Shastriji breathed his last on 11 January 1966 in the capital city of Tashkent. Uzbekistan at that time was a part of the Soviet Union. And of course, besides these countries, Indians living in Australia and New Zealand have also been linked, and they also have confirmed that they are with us on this program virtually. I welcome them also. And to conclude, let me once again extend a very hearty welcome to all of us, all of you who have joined in this program, and also all those who are sitting with me in this auditorium of Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, and particularly my hearty welcome once again to Sri Venkaiah Naidu ji, our Vice President, and Srimati Sudha Murthy ji, the recipient of the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The award. Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri, a pragmatic and down-to-earth leader of the people of India, an exemplary statesman and able administrator with the moral and ethical attributes of a Mahatma and a person of impeccable integrity, was a great soul dedicated to the welfare of the common man. He was deeply patriotic, having dedicated his life to the service of the nation. A firm believer in the social responsibilities of business enterprises, he looked at the economic and social realities of Indian life with a clear vision, never allowing his judgment to be influenced by ideological preconceptions. Shastriji felt the need for a responsive and agile administration during his tenure as a Prime Minister of India. The Constitution of Administrative Reforms Commission to streamline public administration was one amongst many steps he took to make administration quick and responsive. He simultaneously felt the need of developing high-quality institutions which could provide highly efficient administrators and managers for the future. His vision was later translated into reality when the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration was set up at Mussoorie by the Government of India. In order to uphold the vision of Shastriji, Lal Bahadur Shastri Educational Society was set up, the Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management in Delhi in 1995. Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management has instituted the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence. The award honors each year an Indian residing either in India or abroad who is exceptionally outstanding and distinguished business leader, management practitioner, public administrator, educator, or institution builder for his or her sustained individual contributions and achievements of high professional order and excellence. The honor carries a cash award of Rs 5 lakh plus a citation and a plaque. The awardee's name is inscribed on the roll of honor of LBSIM, and he/she is designated as Lal Bahadur Shastri Fellow. The award process begins in January each year with the nomination of a jury by the chairman of Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute, who is the ex officio convener of the jury. Thereafter, the jury meets a few times to finalize the award. The jury chooses the awardee and the convener of the jury announces the award soon thereafter. Citation. Srimati Sudha Murthy is a well-known philanthropist and a prolific writer. Born in 1950 in the Shigaon in Haveri district of North Karnataka, she was a school topper in the SSLC board examinations. Srimati Sudha Murthy then joined BVB College of Engineering and Technology, Hubli, from where she graduated in 1972, securing first rank among all engineering universities in Karnataka. A gold medalist from the Institute of Engineers, Srimati Sudha Murthy was the first woman engineer to work for the automobile operations of Tata Motors. She also worked as a senior system analyst in the Walchand Group of Industries. She then shifted to academia, which took her to various positions in several colleges. Along with teaching, she also started devoting significant amount of time to social work. The passion translated in the creation of Infosys Foundation in 1996, with a mandate to support the underprivileged sections of the society. She is presently the chairperson of Infosys Foundation in India. Through Infosys Foundation, Srimati Sudha Murthy has helped design and anchor several programs for the construction of school buildings, public toilets, healthcare facilities, and homes for orphan and destitute children. Notable projects taken up by the foundation are leprosy rehabilitation camp at Gulbarg, air conditioning of the burns ward at Victoria Hospital, Bangalore, construction of a super speciality hospital at Hyderabad, and many more. Under her guidance, the foundation has handled various national natural disasters, including the current coronavirus pandemic. Her vision of the library for each school has resulted in setting up of more than 60,000 libraries. The foundation has also facilitated donation of several thousand computers to the rural schools in Karnataka. Srimati Sudha Murthy is also a renowned author. She writes in English and Kannada. Her published works include novels, short stories, technical books, travelogues, and children books, which have been translated in all major Indian languages and have sold over 3 million copies. Some of her most popular works include How I Trained My Grandmother to Read, Dollar Bahu, Here, There and Everywhere, Wise and Otherwise, Magic Drum and Other Favorite Stories. Her recent book, 3000 Stitches, is a collection of extraordinary stories about ordinary people's lives. As a public speaker, Srimati Sudha Murthy frequently speaks about the work done through the foundation to create awareness for the social cause. She has spoken at the universities of Harvard, Berkeley, and Stanford, and addressed gatherings in the US, UK, Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, to name a few. Srimati Sudha Murthy's philanthropy and literary achievements have won her recognition at state, national, and international levels. She has been honored with the Padma Shri in 2006, International and Area Studies Global Leaders Award by University of California, Berkeley, the Amitabh Award by the Government of Karnataka for Excellence in Kannada Literature, and the Lifetime Achievement Award by Crossword Book Awards in 2018, and the Popular Choice Award for Children's Writing in 2020. In recognition of her outstanding philanthropic work, the 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence for 2020 is being conferred on Srimati Sudha Murthy. Now, I would like to request Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, to kindly confer the award upon Srimati Sudha Murthy ji. May I now request the Honorable Chief Guest, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, to kindly present the citation to Srimati Sudha Murthy ji. May I now request Honorable Vice President of India to kindly present the plaque to Srimati Sudha Murthy. Now request Honorable Vice President of India to kindly present the award check of rupees 5 lakh to Srimati Sudha Murthy. Thank you, sir. I would now request our chief guest, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, Honorable Vice President of India, to kindly address the audience.
नमस्कार. श्रीमती सुधा मूर्ति जी, चेयरमैन इन्फोसिस फाउंडेशन, श्री अनिल शास्त्री जी, श्रीमती मंजू शास्त्री जी, प्रोफेसर D.K. श्रीवास्तव जी, eminent personalities who are present in this virtual function, faculty, staff, students of the Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, representatives of various public organizations engaged in public service, distinguished guests, and others who are watching this program online. At the outset, I would like to convey I am very much privileged and happy to not only present in this program, I am very happy not only to be in this program, but also to award Srimati Sudha Murthy ji, recipients of the 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri ji National Award for Excellence in Philanthropic Work. I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to Srimati Sudha Murthy ji. While describing the qualities and virtues of the great son of India, former Prime Minister Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, I would like to paraphrase a beautiful and moving poem of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, in which the sun is setting and everyone is worried as to what will happen when darkness falls. Then the little earthen lamp speaks up, "Light me, as long as I last, I will do the best I can." I have drawn this analogy to highlight what Sri Shastri ji did in his short span of life as Prime Minister of India. Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji rose from a humble beginning to that preeminent position, and yet always maintained simplicity, humility, and humanitarian outlook. He displayed a statesman-like dignity, impeccable integrity, and served the nation without ever compromising on high moral values. An important aspect of Shastriji's persona was his remarkable ability to communicate effectively and negotiate skillfully. It was but natural for Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji to depend on Shastri ji, and the first Prime Minister used to duly entrust him with difficult and delicate negotiations. One of the secrets of his extraordinary success as a negotiator was his ability to see the other man's point of view. He was always ready to make maximum allowance for another person's feelings. During his tenure as minister without portfolio and as home minister, he had handled extraordinary situations with great aplomb. I will just cite two incidents in which he had handled the explosive situation in a masterly manner with tact and patience. One pertains to the language problem in Assam in 1961, and the other relates to the Hazrat Bal sacred relic in 1964. Although soft-spoken Shastriji had a steely resolve which was evident in the firm manner in which he effectively tackled the aggression of Pakistan during the 1965 war. His abiding concern for the uplift of the downtrodden sections, women, farmers, and the Jawans is quite well known. His famous salutation in honor of our farmers and Jawans, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, has been reverberating across the nation ever since it was coined. Another visionary statesman, the former Prime Minister Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, added Jai Vigyan to underline the importance of science in improving the quality of life. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. His qualities of simplicity, integrity, humility, patience, tolerance, and his ability to resolve the challenge problems will always remain an inspiration to every Indian. I repeat, his qualities of simplicity, integrity, humility, patience, tolerance, and his ability to resolve challenging problems will always remain an inspiration to every Indian. What else is required for a leader? Shastriji firmly believed in peace, but proved to be combative when the situation warranted. Speaking on the occasion of Independence Day on August 15, 1965, Shastriji has said that force would be met with force. Although Indian troops reached up to Lahore, he agreed to sign Tashkent Declaration, keeping in view the need for maintaining peace in the subcontinent. Peace is the prerequisite for progress, even today. The entire world and mankind must realize that peace is very much necessary. The visionary statement he has made in his broadcast to the nation at the time is relevant, as relevant now even as it was made when he made this statement. He had said, I quote, while the conflict between the armed forces of the two countries has come to an end, the more important thing for the United Nations and all those who stand for peace is to bring to an end the deeper conflict. See the vision. How can this be brought about? In our view, the only answer lies in peaceful coexistence. India has stood for the principles of coexistence and championed it all over the world. We never believed in expansionism. We never believed in aggression against others. We wanted peaceful coexistence. The peaceful coexistence possible among nations, no matter how deep the difference between them, how far apart they are in their political and economic systems, no matter how intense the issues that divide them. With the economies of India and the rest of the world trying to recover from the massive disruption caused by this pandemic, the need for all nations, particularly those in South Asia, is to come together to promote peace, eradicate poverty, improve the socio-economic conditions of the masses, and wipe out the menace of terrorism. Terrorism is a menace. It has no religion. And no religion preaches terrorism. It's only wrong interpretation by some people. No country is safe from the scourge of terrorism. And it's high time for the United Nations to complete the deliberations India's long pending proposal, Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism adopted. It's already late. The world community must come together, not only isolate nations that sponsor terrorism, but also impose sanctions against them. This is the need of the hour. The days of platitude are over, and it is a time for concrete action. I say concrete action. There is also need to reform the United Nations and create a more inclusive and equitable world order. India, which accounts to 1/6 of the world population, we are not there in the United Nations Security Council. What an irony. My dear sisters and brothers, over the years, India has traveled a long way and made a remarkable progress in various sectors, including agriculture. Thanks to the push given by Shastriji to the Green Revolution and White Revolution, our farmers are in a position to ensure food security, and India has become the largest producer of the milk in the world. In spite of the restrictions during the lockdown, our farmers acted as frontline warriors and rose to the occasion to produce enough food grains. That's why I say we salute the farming community. Unmindful of the risk of their lives, the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare workers, security forces, sanitation workers, and media personnel too have been working with dedication in these testing times. My compliments to all of them for doing their duty in a dedicated manner. With the COVID-19 pandemic triggering unprecedented health crisis and adversely impacting the economy and livelihoods, the centre and various state governments have initiated a series of measures to ramp up health infrastructure and mitigate the hardships caused to the people, particularly the poor and the working class. My dear sisters and brothers, this is the time for all Indians to supplement the efforts of governments, NGOs, and others in extending a helping hand to those adversely hit by the pandemic. The concept of Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu and share and care have underpinned India's philosophy since ancient times, and we should always remain committed to the larger humanitarian cause. As a matter of fact, the Bhagavad Gita speaks of the importance of charity, service. The concept of dana is ingrained in the Indian way of life, and the ancient scriptures also mention about dana. From kings to well-to-do landlords, to individuals, well-meaning people, communities to companies, there have been benevolent acts of charity, service, and taking up projects for public good. Well-known Indian industrial houses have formed trusts and foundations to provide education, health care, and taken up projects to help the downtrodden sections through CSR activities. My dear sisters and brothers, I must say that everyone associated with Lal Bahadur Shastriji Institute of Management are fortunate as you are part of an extraordinary legacy admired throughout the world. Men and women who imbibe qualities of Shastriji's leadership and integrity can make a difference to organizations and communities. I therefore urge the faculty and students of the Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management to take up research on social and economic problems on a regular basis. Let us all strive together in eliminating corruption, poverty, inequality, social and gender discrimination, and build a new India, a strong and stable and peaceful, prosperous India. I am glad that Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence, instituted by the Institute, upholds the vision of Shastriji and honors people with outstanding accomplishments in various fields. These awards are not only meant to acknowledge the excellent work done by various people, but also aimed at inspiring and motivating others to take up philanthropic work. This felicitation to Sudhaji today is to give inspiration to others. That is the purpose. I am happy that this year The award has been given to Srimati Sudha Murthy, well-known philanthropist and a prolific writer and an ideal social worker. She is really a role model for the Indian woman, for the budding youngsters who want to join the social work. They should really read, understand about the life of Sudha Murthy ji and also emulate the same in their lives. My congratulations to Sudha ji once again for the award and to Infosys Foundation for the immense support extended to underprivileged sections through various projects in healthcare, education, public hygiene and rural development among others. Srimati Sudha ji richly deserves all the accolades, honors and awards that came her way as she is the moving force behind the Infosys Foundation. She inspires people by her exemplary service. That's why I am calling upon the youth to, particularly the women, the youngsters, to read about her life, about her accomplishments. And I would like to urge upon the youth of the country to follow the ancient Indian philosophy of share and care. And ultimately, we must all work for the welfare of the people, for the advancement of the living condition of the people. And it's not only economic, it should also be in the direction of making the people's life more comfortable and happy. Happiness do not come only through materialistic this thing. There is something more. And service provides you happiness. Sudhaji, as I told you, inspires people by her exemplary service. I once again wish to express my appreciation for her remarkable simplicity and attitude of seva and paropakara. And I call upon the governments in various states and even at the national level, the life, the teachings, the preachings of great men like Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri, they should be part of our education. So the younger generation should be able to get inspiration from the lives of these great people. I hope that the successive governments at the center and the state will take care to see that life of Shastri ji is part of our syllabi. With the new education policy, there is a stress for preserving our ancient culture and heritage, and also to recall the sacrifices made by the great men for the sake of the country and its people. I am thankful for providing me this opportunity to speak on this great personality, recall his services, and also, as I told you, I appreciate Sudha Murthy ji for getting this 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence in Philanthropic Work. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
May I now request Srimati Sudha Murthy ji to deliver her response speech.
Namaste and good evening. Respected Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Shri Anil Shastri ji, Dr. Deepak Srivastav ji, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to accept this award, and when I see the list of the receivers, then I feel I'm such a small person and how the juries chose me. So I really want to thank juries making me so important, my work so important, my foundation is so important, and you have recognized this, and this is an award not only to me, to my work, and to people with whom I serve. Thank you very much for giving me this award. Anilji, I just want to remind you 20 years back, or 19 years back, 20 years back actually, Mr. Narayan Murthy received this award and I came with him and it was given in Rashtrapati Bhavan. And I remember the whole situation, whole the atmosphere. It was so, when it is Zoom, it is nice, but it is really like a 3D kind. We really enjoyed. I remember the whole situation, and also I remember your speech in those on that day, the war of Kalinga, you said. And Shastriji, after Ashoka, the emperor, great emperor, it was Shastriji who won the war of the Pakistan of 1965. So I'm really touched that such a great person like Lal Bahadur Shastriji. I know about him because I was 14 years girl when he became prime minister, and when he died, I was 15-year-old girl. And I remember it's the month of January. We were in the class. We came to know that he died. We cancelled the class, went home, and I was a teenager, and we cried so much and so much. And my father told me, if you want to do something good, to be remembered, crying is not the solution. Try to become like him. Be simple, iron mind, steel mind, help people, and be the daughter of a great country. And always keep that in my mind and try to achieve, but I may not be able to do as much as Mr. Shastriji did. On that day, I was extremely upset, and I told my father, one day, whenever I have money, I want to go and see Tashkent in Uzbekistan, where we lost our beloved Shastriji. It was always in my mind. And then, when I really could afford it, I made a trip to Tashkent. And when I went there, they asked me, Mrs. Murthy, what you would like to see here? I said, the first and the most important is Shastri Memorial Statue, where it is erected in the garden and where he died. I want to see. I went there, and after many years of my dream came to true. And I cried there. I said, such an unknown place, such an unknown atmosphere, and you went with the peace and you gave your life for country. May God give me that kind of a courage to face in life. And whatever award I have got today, it should go to such people who look after us in the borderline and protect us, and which was Shastriji's motto, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. So I will dedicate this money and add additional 5 lakhs to that, give it to the India's armed force people. And I am very happy to tell you that only Narayan Murthy and me as a couple got this award in your list. That shows, Anilji, your affection and jury's, jury's judgment, the work. Narayan Murthy got in a different era, in a different area, and I got it different. But you are the only couple who have got it. Thank you to the people who have given us. I do not want to take much time. In my book, I indirectly or directly write about the way our beloved reader, our beloved leader wanted India should be, and it reflects in my writing. May God bless all Indians. May God bless our country's security forces. May God bless everyone in our country and the globe. And we should get out of this pandemic and lead a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Dhanyavad, Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, ma'am. May I now request Dr. D.K. Srivastava, Director, Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management, to propose words of thanks.
Thank you. माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी श्री एम वेंकैया नायडू जी, chief guest of this award ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of members of the Board of Governors, faculty, students, alumni, administrative staff, and on my own behalf, we express our deep sense of appreciation and gratitude to the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu ji, for having graciously presented the 21st Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence to distinguished woman philanthropist and prolific writer Shrimati Sudha Murthy ji. We are truly thankful to you, sir, for your kind presence on this auspicious occasion. We express our gratitude to the members of the jury for very aptly selecting the awardee Shrimati Sudha Murthy ji. We express our thanks to the jury members for their presence. We are grateful to the excellencies, diplomats of different countries, and other dignitaries for gracing this occasion. Distinguished woman philanthropist and chairperson of Infosys Foundation in India, Shrimati Sudha Murthy, deserves our special gratitude for her relentless work in the field of supporting underprivileged sections of the society that has made a significant difference in the lives of millions of the people. It's truly a privilege to have amongst us academicians and professionals from various disciplines for being part of this august gathering. We are thankful to them. We extend our thanks to the Secretariat of Honorable Vice President of India for supporting and guiding us for this grand virtual ceremony and making it a great success. Last but not the least, we thank press, print media, and electronics media, without whose consistent and untiring support this function would have not been complete in its glory. In fact, they bring to the notice of the public the various aspects of Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence and the contribution of the awardee like Shrimati Sudha Murthy ji in the field of education, rural development, healthcare, arts and culture, and destitute care for human welfare in particular. Thanks to everyone. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would
Thank
like
you
to
very
thank
much.
the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, for sparing time out of his busy schedule to attend the ceremony and for presenting the award. Thank you again, sir. Thank you all for attending the award function. Have a very good evening.
Thank you.